Welcome to the Wally Report, MMA Savvy exclusive. What's up, fight fans? It's your favorite host, Ari Weiss, and today we'll be discussing UFC Fight Night Barber vs. Blanchfield that takes place in Vegas Saturday night. In ceremonial savvy fashion, we'll go through the card, analyze all the big moments, and drop our official MMA Savvy fight picks. Plus, today we'll discuss some new MMA news that just dropped a few days ago. So with that, let's go straight to the card and get started, baby. Boom. Okay. Blanchfield versus Barber in Vegas at the Apex. Yes, of course, I have a fucking problem with the Apex, but I like the card overall. It's not terrible. I do like the matchup. We talked about this a couple weeks ago that the women's flyweight division has been rising with excitement, with contenders. I love Barber. I like Blanchfield somewhat. This is going to be an epic clash on the women's MMA side. And the other thing was, there was no fucking fights this past weekend, baby. It was terrible. I felt like a hole in my heart that needed to be filled. I had to put on fucking baseball. Luckily, the Metropolitans did it for me, baby, against those scumbag Dodgers. But anyway, I digress. Finally, we have a card next weekend. I don't like these bye weeks, Dana. You got to do something about it. We need fights every single week, and they need to be stacked, Richie boy. I don't care about your arguments. Okay, so what we're going to do here is this is a little bit new for Savvy. Normally, I'm just doing recap shows, but we're actually launching and dropping our world famous Savvy Picks live, baby. Okay, so really quickly, prelim fight. I do want to call out Vieira versus Macy Chiasson. Now, it's 3 versus 5 in the world at women's bantamweight. I'm a little bit confused. Why is this not on the main card? I mean, we always complain, as you all know, that there isn't enough rankings on the fucking main card. You have this. Vieira just was almost a title contender just recently, and this is on the prelims. That's weird, Dana. I don't understand unless they're just trying to get more exciting fights on the prelims. But anyway, let's go to the main card. Now, we're going to start with Zachary Reese versus Dusko Todorovic. This is very close. Todorovic has lost 2 straight. Reese has also lost recently, but he's gone 2-2. Todorovic, very dangerous, has great hands, but so does Reese, so I'm very torn here. Now, Reese is a minus 295 favorite, so we feel that Vegas must know something that we don't. So I got to stay smart, even though I want Todorovic. I got to stay smart and take Reese. Nico and I are both taking Reese. I'm also dropping the other Savvy members' official picks on this live right now. But Richie boy has the balls. He has the cojones. He's got the gusto to take Todorovic against us, and we'll see how this pans out. This could be a great fight. I like starting off hot in the middleweight division, which is going to be a theme later. Now, okay, this fight sadly just got canceled. The Alban Elliott Ramiz Brahimaj fight. Alban had issues with his visa, so he's going to be scheduled later on against someone else on this card. I'm breaking news here. Ramiz is going to stay on the card, so anyway, we're not picking that for now. I'll come back to that, but some people a little bit bummed because there's a lot of Alban Elliott fans. I did listen to him in the Bisbing podcast. I really like the guy, so we'll come back to that. Jacoby versus Lopez. I like this fight. I've been a big Dustin Jacoby fan for a while. I think he has great promise, great kickboxer. Love the guy. He kind of fell on hard times. He lost 2, then he would win. Then he also lost 2 again, and then he won his last fight against Petrino, kind of saving his career. You never want to go on that 3-fight skid, so he keeps avoiding that. Bruno Lopez, relative unknown. He's another new scary Brazilian with only 1 loss. He won his first UFC fight, but all the Savvy faithful are all going with Jacoby, Rich, Nico, and myself because he is, let me just double check this, he is a minus 192 favorite, and he's my guy, so I gotta hold the fort, but I gotta say I'm very worried about this because he kind of goes up and down. Sometimes he just doesn't, he gets a little complacent because he's trying to win on points, and then he gets outstruck, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here, but we're all taking Jacoby. Okay. Let's move on, baby. Now, here's another fight that was just canceled. Billy Ray Goff versus Ko. The Korean Tyson, baby, that Richie boy just told me about, which I like. I like the nickname here, okay? Now, but this is what's happening, though, okay? Ko is now being rebooked against Alban Elliott in Baku in late June on that same card with Hill and Roundtree. So that at least they're going to be moved over there. The reason being is Ko also had visa issues. So Elliott and Ko off the card as of a couple hours ago. But what they're doing to salvage is Ramiz is staying on against Billy Ray. Okay, instantly, Billy Ray is now the minus 340 favorite. We don't know if it's going to be on the main card, but the whole Savvy team is all on the side of Billy Ray. I mean, he's minus 340. How can you diss this guy? Plus, what a great name here, welterweight division, which is maybe the hottest division in the world. So this might, if it stays on the main card, then that pick is live. If it goes to prelims, then whatever, the pick doesn't count, but we're putting it here now. We're breaking news to the MMA junkies, fans that, haven't heard that news yet. Okay, now we get into the big fights, baby. Co-main, Gamrot versus Klein. Love this fight. We're big Gamrot fans here at Savvy, especially Nico and I. We've been following Gamrot for quite a long time since he got that first amazing wrestling win against that Fahea character. He's number 7 in the world at lightweight. He's a minus 180 favorite, so we're probably going to side with Gamrot. For people that don't know, he's an elite wrestler, but he's got pretty good hands too. But I think if he ever wants to be a champion, he's got to improve the striking. Like in Islam, who also improved his striking over time, Gamrot relies on his wrestling a little bit too much. Klein, on the other hand, he's won 5 straight. Scary guy from Slovakia, has great hands and grappling. Now, I don't like that Gamrot, I like that Gamrot took the fight because we like Gamrot and we want to see him fight, and other people above him were making him wait. But this is so risky. This guy's a killer. 5 fights straight, totally unranked. He's coming and he's risking his number 7 spot to an unranked guy. Gamrot's coming off, for people that don't know, that razor thin split decision loss to Hooker. So now if he goes and loses to Klein, man, his career could be in a quick tailspin. But again, if he wins, he stays active, he resets himself, and if he wins in dynamic fashion against a guy who's won 5 straight, yes, he looks good. And then I'm sure Dana and Hunter and those guys will give him a big fight next. We're all taking Gamrot in this, even though I'm very worried about this because Klein looks like a real gangster, man. He's no joke, 5 straight. So this is very scary, and it is an impressive co-main. I like Dana's giving us better fights on a fucking Apex card. You do have the high-ranked female fight with Vieira on the prelims, too, that should have been up here. But anyway, the main event, Blanchfield, Barber. You got number 4 in the world, Blanchfield. You got number 5 in the world, Barber, at flyweight. And I've been telling you about this division, baby. This might be the hottest female division because Shevchenko just had that very close decision win against Ferro, right? And there's a lot of crazy stuff there. And now you have Blanchfield, Barber. This could be the number 1 contender fight. Now listen, Blanchfield is a minus 245 favorite. We're probably going to be leaning Blanchfield, but Barber does have good takedown D, right? And she's got amazing hands, and she's won, I believe it's 5 straight at this point. So it's not going to be an easy fight for Blanchfield. Blanchfield, I'm probably going to take her, and I'll give you my official pick in a second. Blanchfield is an elite wrestler. She had won like 6 straight fights, finally lost to Ferro. She just couldn't get her down, and Ferro was just too big for Blanchfield because Blanchfield has elite grappling. She usually can take any girl down, and then she usually mauls them, and she reset herself winning against Rose last time and kind of getting that number 4 ranking solidified. So I think she's going to do enough because Barber, although impressive, and she's got great hands, she's really squeaked out some split decision victories that even though I'm a Barber fan, I did not think she deserved. So I don't know if she's up in the class of a Blanchfield. She's got the hands to deal with her, but I don't think she's got the grappling to deal with her. So I think Blanchfield does enough. It might take a couple rounds because I think Barber does have pretty good takedown D. I think it's going to be by the 2nd or the 3rd round. She wears her down. I think she just gets a decision victory. She slowly wears Barber down, and I don't know if she mops the floor with her, but she does enough, 4-1, 3-2, if she can avoid the striking, okay? So I'm taking Blanchfield. Nico's taking Blanchfield, but Richie boy has the balls. He's got the cojones to take his girl Barber. I wish I did, Richie, but that minus 245 and that plus 200 scaring me, and just Barber's history of some lackluster split decision victories are still there present in my mind. So I think Blanchfield does it. Anyway, it's a decent card, but I'm even more pumped up because we had the bye week. So just give me any card, and you got Wally popping off. But I like the card overall, and hopefully Dana's slowly improving the apex. And I also see that it's a later card. I kind of like that the earlier cards are sometimes, they're nice, but sometimes they don't have that nighttime excitement feeling. So this will be 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So Nico, it's a later card, baby. Now, okay. That was the card. Hopefully you guys like these little short analysis on these cards. Now, but the big news, you know I love to talk about bookings here at Savvy, baby. Let's check this out. Hernandez versus Dolidze just announced 2 days ago. Will be headlining another card, sadly, at the Apex in August. So, a couple months away. It's not too long of a wait here, Nico. We've been talking about middleweight division a lot. We just analyzed it a couple months ago. We've been talking about Hernandez a lot and Dolidze a lot. So now let's look at the rankings right here. So if you can see, of course, Duplessis is the champ. Dolidze is number 8. Hernandez is number 9. So it's kind of risky for Dolidze to fight back here, because Dolidze should be trying to fight up against a Cannonier, against a Bajalio, against Adesanya, maybe a Strickland, maybe an Imavov. But we know Imavov is now the backup fighter for Duplessis, Kamayev, and Whitaker, of course, is booked against RDR, baby. I think this is the best division in the world right there with welterweight lurking. But I love the fight. Now, Hernandez gets a chance to climb, beat a very scary Dolidze. I am citing Hernandez a little bit here because no one can stop his grappling. And I feel like Dolidze on the feet, he's going to have a great chance. He also is a killer on the ground. He's got great submission. Don't forget that, Richie boy. But I just feel like we say this every time, and Hernandez just was able to beat Allen again, who has some of the best of jiu-jitsu in the division. So I think Hernandez probably does enough to maybe just wear Dolidze down and tire him out. But fuck, Dolidze looked great in that Vettori fight. So it's really anybody's fight. I love the fight for one of the top divisions in the world. So let me just show you this picture again. It's like, these are the bookings we live for. I know it's middle of the pack, but real MMA pros know how pivotal this fight is, because it could launch someone into that higher, 6 through 4 area in the rankings. And then the other guy takes a little bit of a pause. But if it's a close loss, it doesn't really kill their career. So anyway, very excited for it. I love breaking news here and giving you the analysis, baby. Okay, so with that, okay, that's it for this week. If you love these shorter episodes, make sure to hit subscribe. And if you're a real MMA enthusiast, don't forget to check out the extended Excuse the Savvy podcast episodes that come out every 2 weeks. So with that, thank you for listening to The Wally Report, the world's hottest podcast. Please subscribe, follow, comment, like, share, and blast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on YouTube. We're blasting hard on the talk, and we're heavy on the gram. At The Wally Report. That's at The Wally Report. We've been posting amazing video clips from our episodes on our social channels, so don't miss out. And please make sure to comment on Spotify, comment on Instagram, comment on TikTok, and YouTube. That's our number one place recently, is YouTube. We love the comments and interactions with the fans. Bash Wally if you have other opinions, baby. And with that, stay savvy, fight fans.